Hello, everybody. My name is Zora Chaos, and welcome to the table. Quite literally. Today, we are going over leveling up and reputation, so I hope you enjoy your stay. In The Witcher TRPG, to get ahead in the world, you get good at what you do and build a reputation. You could raise skill levels with improvement points, IP, by performing the skill or being taught in it. You gain reputation through GM discretion when you do impressive things. Leveling up. To level up a skill, you allot improvement points, IP, to it. For most skills, you must spend an amount of IP equal to the current level of skill to raise its value by 1. If you want to raise your skill by multiple levels, you must pay the cost for each level in total. For example, if you want to take my swordsmanship from 4 to 5, I need to spend 4 IP. If I want to go for 4 to 7, I have to pay 15 IP. 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals 15. General improvement. The fastest way to learn a skill is via experience. At the end of a session, your GM gives out general improvement points to apply on any skill that you used during that adventure. Generally, a GM should be even-handed with IP. We suggest not giving out more than 6 IP to any one player per game session unless they do something spectacular. Gaining a skill. To get 1 point in a skill, you must spend 1 IP. If the skill is difficult to learn, you must spend 2 IP. Difficult skills. Skills marked with 2, bracket, like language and tactics, are difficult skills to learn. When leveling them up, you must acquire IP equal to the current level of the skill times 2. So if you're trying to learn magic and get that up from, say, 4 to 5, you need 8 IP to increase it to 5. And then you need to get 10 IP to increase it to 6, etc. IP rewards. Plus 1 IP for participated often, 2 for effectively, used skills effectively, did something impressive, did something out of the box, did something incredibly clever, was critical to the party's success, saved the entire party, did something that blew the GM's mind for 9. Being taught. By finding a mentor or a teacher and learning under them, you could learn higher principles in a specific skill and eventually excel in it. However, your teacher must have a higher level in the skill than you and must have the time to teach you. Your GM decides the length of a lesson. Usually, lessons give 1 to 5 IP each. The teaching skill sets how far a mentor can take you. The teacher averages their teaching skill with their own skill and what you're learning. They could raise your skill to that value. A mercenary with a 10 in swordsmanship but a 2 in teaching could still only teach you up to 6th level in swordsmanship. But a teacher with only an 8 in swordsmanship but a 10 in teaching could teach you up to level 8. There's some math involved. There's a lot of math. There is a homebrew that someone sent me, but for rules of written, you take the average. Study and practice. By setting time aside to study and practice a skill, you can learn the basics. You can only raise skills from 0 to +2 via this method. You have no guidance and therefore you will make mistakes along the way. It takes a day of book learning or active practice to gain 1 IP in a skill. Raising stats. With intense training, you could raise a statistic much like a skill. To raise a stat, you must spend a number of IP equal to the level of stat times 10. This will raise all derived stats such as stamina and health. You still cannot raise the stat beyond 10. Reputation. Reputation is a measure of how well you are known for your actions, both famous and infamous. A reputation is always established by a character's actions and is awarded to the player by the GM. Whenever a character encounters new people in new situations, reputation influences how they react. Every new person you meet rolls a d10. If they roll lower or equal to your reputation, they have heard about you and react to what they've heard as the GM thinks appropriate. It is important to remember that reputation can be bad as well as good. You can gain a name as a world-class bandit slayer, but you could just as easily earn one as a coward who runs from any fight they encounter. Using reputation. Reputation is a powerful thing. In the world of The Witcher, it can often get you into trouble, but it can also help you get out of it. While trying to influence someone or entering verbal combat, you can choose to try to face them down. If they know about your reputation, make a face down roll opposing them. Both parties roll 1d10 plus will plus rep. If you succeed in the roll, the person you are facing is aware of whatever rep you have and cannot help but think of it in the back of their mind. If your rep is positive, then you gain a +3 to influencing skills that relate to your reputation. Bad rep. If either you or your opponent has negative points in rep, these count as an active reputation for being a coward or otherwise unimpressive. Different reputations. A merchant with a rep for being a kind-hearted dealer who gives to charity wouldn't get a bonus to intimidation. And an infamously soulless murderer won't get one to charisma. Titles. If your GM agrees, you could add a title based on your reputation. This could be anything from the Golden Knight to Knife Tongue. This won't affect results, but it will make your rep feel real. It's one thing to have a reputation of 5 and have people recognize you as you walk into a tavern. It's even better to have people whispering about the giant slayer Olaf. Reputation table, who knows you? Level 1, anyone who was there at the time. Level 2, some stories have gotten around, but only within some circles. Rep 3, all acquaintances, co-workers, and friends know. 4, there are stories all over the region. 5, your name is recognizable by others beyond your region. 6, people know you on sight, even outside your region. 7, a few bards have traveled the kingdoms telling stories about you. 8, every bard knows your story. 9, monarchs of the northern kingdoms and the elf emperor of Nilfgaard knows your name. 10, your household name. So imagine, like, if you have -1, 2, 3, 4, etc., these reputations are worse. Remember, reputation can go in the negatives, depending on what you do. That's pretty important. And with that, that is it. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed your stay. We will next go over combat rules, which will basically be the same as scale resolution because that's how combat works. But it'll be a little bit more in depth. So take care and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!